Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch this short video. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Todd Legan. I'm the Director of Grounds and Golf Course Operations here at Cedar Hammock. As you know, season's here in full swing and our rounds are at a maximum. So the golf course maintenance staff and I would like to reach out to the membership and ask your help in helping us maintain the golf course. The video will highlight a couple of areas, such as the proper removal and installation of the flag sticks, divot repair, and ball mark repair. We really appreciate your help and we thank you very much, and we hope you have another great season here at Cedar Hammock. Please enjoy the video.
Hi, I'm Bob Silvestro, head golf professional at Cedar Hammock Golf and Country Club. We have a beautiful golf course here. We can thank Todd Legan and Steve Jarrett for all the great work that they do with their crew. We want to go over how we can keep it nice and how we can keep our course condition at the premium that they have it. So, first off, when we make divots, basically what we're doing is we're ripping up the grass here. The roots are coming up, so we need to take sand, enough sand to put down and then smooth over so that grass can grow back evenly and it can play nice while the sand is down on the ground as well. So now that we have enough sand to fill our divot, we throw the sand in it. Now I made a big divot here, so I'm going to go back for a little bit more sand. I'm going to make sure that I had enough sand in this divot, and then I'm going to smooth it off. That way if someone else's ball lands in it, they have an okay lie. And it also prevents a ball from staying in it. It can roll over it. So notice with the divot that I just filled, I did not keep this huge mound of sand there. That's so a ball can either roll through it or stay on it. You have a fair lie. And also, I didn't put so little sand that it doesn't help out the divot. Right? We want to keep enough sand in it so we can smooth it over and it actually helps the grass grow back. Okay, so now we're waiting on a group on the green. So in this meantime, we're gonna take the time to maybe look for another divot. Some people forget. Sometimes if they're playing ready golf and they're away from the cart, they don't have the sand with them. We'd appreciate it if you see a divot and it needs to be filled if you do so. That way we're helping out each other and we're still helping out the golf course and appreciating what we have here. All right, so now we've hit our ball in the bunker. We want to enter the bunker from the low side, not only for safety purposes, but also for the least amount of steps you can have in the bunker. Okay, so we're gonna walk into this bunker from the low side. We're gonna hit our bunker shot, and then as we walk out, we're gonna grab our rake. We're gonna make sure that we rake not only our club print, but we're gonna rake our footprints as well. And then we're going to put the rake half and half back into the bunker. So the rake head in and the handle out. That way it sits like that. All right, so the USGA actually puts out a video on how to correctly fix a ball mark. Okay, their recommended method is we take the divot tool, we put it in at a 45-degree angle around the ball mark, and we push forward. We push into the middle of the ball mark. They've put science behind it, and the science behind it is they're taking the roots of the surrounding grass that is still healthy and we're pushing it towards the roots that have been damaged from the ball mark. The last thing they want us to do is lift up. The more we lift up, the more we're ripping the roots, the good roots from around the ball mark up, and you're going to guarantee a burnt spot where that ball mark is. Okay, so what they want you to do is they want you to pat down on the ball mark, flatten it out. You're going to insert the divot tool a couple times around this ball mark, pushing it in towards the middle of the ball mark. And then you're going to smooth it out again with your putter. That way it's able to be played on correctly, and it's better for people coming up in the groups behind you, but also it also provides a better way for that grass to grow. All right, so I've already fixed my own ball mark, but while my partner is putting and I'm out of his eyesight, I'm going to fix someone else's ball mark that they forgot. 45-degree angle with our divot tool, just outside the ball mark. We're going to insert it and push forward gently insert it, push forward gently. And I repeat this process all the way around the ball mark. And then I'm going to pat down on the ball mark so it's nice and flat for the next person to play. All right, so now I've made my putt. So our ball retrievers at the bottom of our flag sticks are free floating, but only when we put it back in the hole. So we have to be very careful when we go to take this pin out. Because it's very close to the rim of the cup, you could damage it very easily. So some groups have told me that they wait for all 4 balls to be put in. We appreciate that, so there's less traffic of that pin coming in and out. But if you are going to take it out just 1 ball at a time, just be very careful as you take that out. That way you could take it out, you could get your ball or give someone else their ball. And then this is where the free floating comes in, but we still have to be careful. So nice and easy, we put that flag stick back in. More on that topic, instead of taking the grip with the ball retriever on the end of the grip and sticking that in the hole to grab your ball, we appreciate if you take the pin out, maybe get the ball on the side or back on the green, and then use your ball retriever on your grip to grab the ball. The more we take that and we take the grip and we put it inside the hole, you're going to damage that cup. We're trying to limit how much we damage them and playability for everyone better. In our peak season, our range gets the most use out of almost anything that we have here. Okay, we have people up and down the range pretty much all day long. So when we use grass, it's going to be important that we practice correctly. Okay, now when we practice, in terms of making divots, after I make my first divot, I'm going to try and make a divot in a straight line behind that. Okay, so I make my first divot. And I'm going to place the ball directly on the back side of that divot. Okay, that way I make a divot in a row, rather than making a divot here, another one over here, another one here. So basically you're spreading out your divots, and then by the end of the day we have a big clump of dirt rather than a straight line of divots and then pristine grass next to it. So we're just making it better for the next person to come up and practice, and we're keeping our range healthier. So we just had 2 very big member guests for both leagues, WJ and MGA. Okay, with over 350 players, over 400 players that we had over the 2 events, we had a lot of compliments for both members and guests about how nice our golf course is. Okay, so Todd and Steve are doing a great job. Their crew works tirelessly to make this place great for us. We just need our owners and our renters and our guests to also have the same respect for the golf course that they do, and keeping it nice for everybody. Really?